It's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. Go on, brush your shoulders off. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. But before that, make sure you jump over to cryptoblood.io and get you one of those t-shirts. We also got Clif High's Bare Naked Wealth Report coming out later today. So make sure you jump over to halfpasthuman.com and get you a copy. It's going to be it's well anticipated. So again, you can see there halfpasthuman.com to purchase the latest report. Should be out later today. But what's going on, people? Another day, hopefully another dollar, right? Some people made a lot of money over the last few days. I have my, well, I'll be getting my Bitcoin Cash from Coinbase when they release it. So I can't wait to see where the price of Bitcoin Cash will be at that point. But yeah, man, I mean, it's we got a lot to talk about today. So one being Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, and a few comments from some influential, very smart, one comment from a very smart individual that talks about this whole Bitcoin Cash thing. And also, maybe many of you may not know, but Bitcoin Cash actually has a fork coming up like tomorrow. So this may be some of the fundamental pressure that we're seeing as well with Bitcoin Cash. So I don't know how many of you were aware of that. I wasn't even aware of that. But Ibakaraville, my man Ibakaraville, actually told me about it in one of my videos the other day. So shout out to him. Thanks for dropping that article that we'll go over today. So let's get into it, people. First, let's look at CoinMarketCap. Get an overall feel for the market. So we're sitting at a roughly $200 billion in market cap. Bitcoin's dominance has tumbled. So we're down to 52.2% Bitcoin dominance. As you can see, look at that chart. At one point, ladies and gents, you will not believe this, but Bitcoin Cash actually surpassed Ethereum, I believe, in market cap for a short minute there last night. Got up to like $32 billion in market cap. So for all of you who are saying this is a pump, at its height 32 billion, and just before that, it was before this whole moon move, it was roughly 5 billion. So a $27 billion increase in market cap is not a pump and dump, people. That's real capital coming into that coin for various reasons. So you need to pay attention, be open-minded, and not just feel like one coin is the true coin. Like, we're so early in this development and maturation of cryptocurrency. We're not even at the maturation period. We're still in the growth phase. So anything goes. I mean, there's no telling what or which coin will be the dominant coin in just 5 years for transactions. Bitcoin Core really has to, I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. Bitcoin Cash is closer to Satoshi's white paper. Whether you like who's behind it or don't, I think people are missing the point. Satoshi wanted a cryptocurrency that was used as a means of payment and remittance, a remittance type of network, global decentralized network. So we'll just see how this plays out, but I just want you guys not to be stuck in that box, closed-minded about which one is the right one. Just flow with it and be willing to adapt. Change is constant, I'm telling you. So yeah, let's look at the actual Bitcoin Cash chart. if you look here, look at that, just going crazy. So again, just a few weeks ago or last week or two, we were sitting around $5 billion in market cap, and at its peak we got to 32 billion. Again, that is not a pump and dump, people. There's something fundamentally shifting in the crypto space. So just keep your mind open. I actually said, if you look at, I put a tweet out last night and said, ooh, I really wanted to say me shorting Bitcoin Cash would be awesome right here, purely technically speaking. And I said here at 1920, that is shorting at 1920. So that would have been a nice move. I would be up like 25-ish% at this moment. I think it's going to go down even further, but I said that just to say it. I would, and the reason why I said that was because you can't have parabolic moves like that be sustained. You have to have a pullback of some magnitude. So that's really why I said that. I mean, and people were asking, well, why 1920? That was the year my great grandmother was born. I mean, it didn't really have a reason. I really was just kind of saying near 2000, because 2000 is a psychological whole number. When you have an asset or some type of crypto or something reach heights that is never reached before, you start to look for psychological whole numbers to either people take profit or start to short the market on. So that's why I said that. So let's take a look at so we looked at the Bitcoin Cash again. That's a crazy move up, people. Crazy move. I can't wait to get mine. Here's a this is what I wanted to show you guys, and this is so true. This is from Andreas Antonopoulos. I've been following him since I got into Bitcoin in 2012, late 2012. Bitcoin, this is what Andreas says: Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash will coexist and serve different use cases, just like Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's not a zero-sum game. Work on building your project, not on destroying the other. So that's very true, on both sides. It's like Crips and Bloods out here with these cats. It's just work on what you're doing and don't worry about the others. Don't bash them. Don't, just work on what you're doing as a core team. And if we say this is a decentralized community like we tout it, and every ICO has that word, blockchain, those buzzwords, blockchain, decentralized, and all that stuff, if we feel that way, then the best one will win. Let the best coin win. So as far as payment, peer-to-peer, e-commerce, stuff like that, Bitcoin Cash is definitely better and faster. Now, some people may say Litecoin. I like Litecoin myself, but just that Bitcoin moniker, that name, that brand is pretty powerful. So you could see a scenario where Bitcoin Cash really receives mass adoption among e-commerce, or commerce I should say, not just e-commerce but commerce. So we'll see, man. I don't know. I think the best one will win, that's for sure. So that was a good one from Andreas. So let's take a look at, I want to take a look at first the chart, people. Let's get an update on this here. So as I stated, I got back in around this line here, 6,100. My first position back in was at 66 area. and then the second one at 62. So we're talking about roughly, what's that, like 63 and a half, 6,300 average. So that's pretty good. This candle, if this candle closes today like this, that's a bullish sign for us, people. That wick is long as hell. So just think of like, and my man Nathan Graham, he wanted me to do a series or a couple of videos on Japanese candle readings and the different candles and what they mean psychologically. There is many. I know people who trade strictly off of candle formations, so they are powerful. And you want to think of things like when you see something like a long wick like this, or I circled this one over here from a few, about a month ago. Think of that like as a rubber band. So the price went all the way down here and it sprang back up, and so what will end up happening is the inertia, the momentum will spring it forward, going the other way. So like I said, you can have a boom and then it just springs back up like that, something like that, right? Horrible drawing, I know, but I'm just showing you how a candle formed like that will create momentum in the opposite direction if it closes as it looks right now. So just something to keep your eye on, and we'll see how that candle closes for the day, and that'll set us up for our move up to Jupiter. You see that right there, heading to Jupiter, people. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about also today was the fact that there is actually a Bitcoin Cash fork, hard fork, coming up tomorrow, I believe. So that has some fundamental play on why we see this move up as well. So it's just not a pump. I don't think it's just a pump from some people are saying South Korea was pumping, Korea was pumping it. This is all coming out of Korea, and then there's other rumors and stuff. So I think there are a few factors, because you don't just see $27 billion coming to any coin just for a pump, in my opinion. So got to be some real underlying fundamental reasons why this is happening. So let's take a look at this article real quick. So this is actually from this is from October 31st, so a while ago. Again, I did not know about this, but Bitcoin Cash developers proposed date for November hard fork. So it says here, the open source developers behind Bitcoin Cash appear to be sticking to their word, following a pledge in August to change the code as necessary to stay competitive. The developers behind the alternative Bitcoin software took a step forward following through this week. In a post yesterday, developers behind one of the Bitcoin Cash clients revealed that they will seek to change the software's rules via a hard fork on November 1st. And to be activated on November 13th, the new software will seek to adjust rules set in the initial split with Bitcoin blockchain, one that also hints at larger criticisms about Bitcoin Cash's economic network. In particular, the change will attempt to reverse a piece of code called the Emergency Difficulty Adjustment, the EDA rule, meant to help Bitcoin Cash better attract miners willing to secure its blockchain. As Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash both use the same mining algorithm, miners operating compatible hardware have shown a willingness to switch between the networks. As such, the idea behind EDA was that mining difficulty could be dramatically adjusted down as necessary to attract miners with profits. However, while beneficial after the launch, developers believe the rule has outlived its utility to the network. This is problematic, and because it prevents consistently fast confirmations for users and radically shifts the coin issuance schedule. In its place, a new algorithm would adjust every 600 seconds based on the amount of computing power that was provided to the network over the previous 144 blocks. The idea is that the difficulty would be adjusted quickly in response to real-time miner activity. So there you have it. Tomorrow, I believe they are set to activate the new software November 13th. So we shall see, people. Let me know your thoughts about Bitcoin Cash, its performance, where the pullback will stop. Again, hypothetically, I tweeted out last night, I would have shorted at 1920, and you know, I would be up right now. Definitely, but I did definitely get back into the second portion of my position in Bitcoin at the 6100 level. So we're looking good. See how that candle will close out today, and we may be on our way back to Jupiter, people. That's it, man. Like and subscribe. Make sure you definitely join that Webbot room. I'll leave the link of that in the description of this video as well. And y'all have a great Sunday. I think that's about it. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out. Holla.